getting sick and tired of working out of this terrible little office. No, not this one. The other one. No, not this one either. The other one. My office. Not this office either. No, I mean my office. You know the one. Ah, yes, here we go. That's the one. I hate this place. Well, good news, I will no longer be having to work in here, because in this episode of the Mini City, we're building a City Hall. Hello everyone, I'm David001, and welcome back to the 10th episode of the Mini City. Today we are finally going to be building the proper City Hall, not that fake thing over there. The real one. Right here. So, yeah. Let me restart OBS. Hang on, it's got 14% CPU usage again. What is it with OBS lately? Okay, so today I'm going to be building the City Hall, just the City Hall, maybe something that's like very closely related to it. There's gonna be no community submissions today. I'm trying to get these out pretty fast. This is actually just only a little bit after I filmed the last one, and yeah, I'm gonna be making that. It's going to be big. There's going to be time lapses again, and yeah, I'm never gonna have to go and work in that dumpster again. And yeah, so I guess unless I have anything else to announce. No, I don't believe so. Oh, I have a Discord server for mini city submissions. I'll link it in the description. It's not entirely finished, but you can submit your workshop builds there. So yeah. Alright, I guess without further ado, let's get into the building. All right, and finally, after more than a week's worth of work, it is done. And it's been over 2 weeks since I uploaded the last episode, and unlike most things though, where I don't actually work on it until the last couple days. I've been working on this for about a week now, maybe even a little more, and I'm pretty proud of the result. It's not finished at 100%, because otherwise I probably would have had to take another week, because I'm a perfectionist. And so some parts, like particularly my office, are a work in progress. My office is probably the worst office of all of them. The kind of ground floor basement area is also really unfinished. That top tower's the wrong proportions, there's the wrong stuff up there. Some elements are placeholder. But for the most part, this has reached a working state. I don't even know how many. See an obscene amount of hours of time-lapse footage. I thought I never would actually end up finishing this project, and I'm just so glad to have it over with. I can't wait to build a laundromat, something very small. So we come in here. Let's start with the outside. So we have 8 windows plus 1 large window. The large window overlooks my office, and the 8 smaller windows just go and peek into the kind of larger rooms. You can see there's little bars here. We'll check those out a little later. Now, from the front here, we have a nice kind of, it's supposed to be sort of arched. We have some architecture and stuff. It's much larger than the old one. Although, admittedly, the windows are, in some ways, less fancy. There's no pillars out front. As you can tell, but those were some of the compromises of building such a huge building. I didn't really feel like building pillars. Maybe I will later. Anyway, we have these 2 giant wooden doors. So this building is, while recent, it's supposed to look like it's been here for a pretty long time. We have a help desk. I will use the letters mod to spell out Mini City Hall here. I just didn't want to include it in the blueprint, so that way it's modless. Over here we have a little bit of stuff. This will shut the doors. We have a little desk lamp. And we can also turn on some lights. There's some seats to wait, and some potted plants. With that, we come into this room. We have a nice little mural of a cityscape, kind of skyline there, which is pretty cool. If we make let's go to the right first. We have an little office area. This is kind of friendly. So, now, we'll say it's because the mini city has an open door policy. In fact, that's why there's no doors. But in reality, it's actually just because I want to conserve on lag, and bearings lag a lot. So, yeah, most of this area doesn't have any bearings. We have here, we have a lovely coffee maker. A little, just there to hang your cup, an empty cup. Maybe it's like plastic cup stacked. We have a photocopier. We have a shredder of some kind. We have some paper there. We have an office here. Maybe these are like, whoever these are. There's like a little water cooler, a little sink, some stuff. Each one of these rooms has an independent light. Oh, speaking of light, we can light up this area. There's an air conditioner, hardware pays off sign. There are papers all around. Pink slip, kind of older, some regular papers, some grayed out ones, some blueprints, and these are all over the place. Come in here, we have another office with, you guessed it, papers. There's papers everywhere. I probably overused the joke of, papers everywhere in an office, but it's kind of true. Mini City, even with computers, they still can't get rid of all the paperwork. There's some stuff here, some smaller offices, some, less private offices. Yeah, they're divided by a little cubicle wall. They're pretty cool. We have this one, which is more of just a novelty. There is a bathroom here. And if we come in here, it's very basic. There's even a light to it, though. So that's cool. Now, if we were to go down these steps here, it's a little hard. You may have to duck. We are in the unfinished basement. So this is supposed to be a temporary police station. So we have something. Is this a gun? Is it a taser? Is it a flashlight? Who knows? I wasn't entirely sure when I made them. We have a little empty. Like, I guess that's a whiteboard. Could also be one of those like crime web boards. We have a radio unit here. It's a special one, as you can see. Obviously, your coffee. Some crates here. Some sort of boiler system. And we have a little hidden door so you can get out the side. And you can also access this from the outside. If we continue down this tunnel, you don't actually have to crouch here, although it feels wrong not crouching. We have a security camera, one jail cell. Remember those bars we saw? That's where they lead. There's a very old computer, which was hastily built. This is like one of the last things added, probably the last thing. Water cooler that looks suspiciously new, and just some miscellaneous stuff. This is all unfinished and will totally be expanded later. Another coffee maker, a little duck, some coffee, and if we head into the cell, we can see there's a sink, a mirror, some toilet paper, a toilet, there's a bed, there's a poster, there's a duck under there, there's a mug, and, best of all, if you are trapped in here and you want to escape, you can. There's a little escape feature, and it's resettable. Oh, now I'm trapped out here. Well, not really. Oh, apparently yes, really. Well, not actually, because I can delete that, haha. Alright, moving on, though. There's one other feature here, a little kind of fun, just action feature. If we press this switch here, we can go and take a nap. And that's how you'd be allowed to escape. Because there's no one watching the cameras, and there's no one watching the cell, so just break out. Alright, we head back upstairs now. Let's head to the second floor here. Go up these lovely stairs. So there's some curtains here. These are the other windows, so you get a nice view of the mini city. And we have a kind of meeting hall, press briefing room, kind of combination to unveil new mini city plans. So this will probably be one of the most filmed rooms of this new city hall, because some of them, like the one down there, we'll probably be using some montages and stuff, but not that used for now. This though will definitely be used for when I unveil stuff. So I can stand up here and say, alright, this is what I'm adding to the mini city, blah 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 blah. And yeah, it's got a nice little thing. There are a total of, let's see this. Yeah, there's 12. Alright, there's 24 seats here. There's also a little press area, which I have an old school film camera just because it looks the nicest. It's very clear what it is. So you can go and film that, directly film me. We also have a projector. So first of all, we turn off those lights downstairs. And actually, I just realized that those lights will bleed. Light bleeding is a problem. Hang on. Now we head back upstairs. And see, there we go. It's much darker now. Well, we can go and turn on some lights. So, back lights here, front lights, or we can just have the front lights so it's dark, so it's just me illuminated, or whoever's speaking, I guess, technically. And we can also put on a show. This would be to, display some kind of mini city, like, maybe like a project plan or something, or whatever. We'll check out what's over there in a little bit. Now let's head back down, and we'll go the other way to this utility section. This is the more utilitarian, less visitor-friendly section of the City Hall. We have 3 computers here. They're all in one, so there's no towers underneath. More room for papers. We have this desk, which is completely filled with papers. Blueprints, pink slip, blue slip, tan slip, yellow slip, green slip, white slip, just all the papers. There's also a chair here, which I do not envy whoever's job it is to sort through these. We have a fire extinguisher. I didn't put it in the case just because I didn't feel like ripping it out of one of the buildings. 2 coffee makers. These workers need a lot of coffee. That's the only thing keeping them alive from all this work. They have an air conditioner, of course. This pallet thing, who knows what it is. It's a shipment. It needs to go somewhere. It just sits here. Because I didn't know what to put there. Over here, 2 work areas of some sort, some maybe accountants or something. Over here, we have a sign. This area is much less friendly. It's a blueprint desk. We have a little work cart here. Yes, you got a little hidden tool chest. And then we have this area. So this is an office. Now, there's no cobwebs in the game, and I didn't feel like using giant net blocks, but nobody ever uses this water cooler. Not just because they only drink coffee, but also because of who's right next to it. There's this, I guess, mop bucket and everything, but even those aren't really used that often. This is the office of the zoning director. And he is a very severe man. Not very fun-loving and joyous. You know, he's. I mean, look, even his lights. This doesn't even use any logic, and he has flickering CFL lights. Right? His office is it's metallic. It's very gray. The only thing really with any color is this decorative brick. This decorative piece cinder block. Not necessarily the most fun thing to have in your desk. We have a single chair and a single other chair. Very empty room or computer. This is like the only office in the building with no papers strewn about at all. They're all stored in the desks or are on the computer. And it just says in plain letters, office. I also could have, again, if I used the letters mod, I could have written zoning, which I probably will once I use the letters mod for this, for the final version. That will only be in the city. Alright, now we head up to the second floor here, and we get a little more of a different area. So we have more papers. Who would have guessed? A bit more papers, 2 more desks, which again, coffee fueled. Poster. We have a little employee hangout area, which is kind of funny considering this is the most depressing part of the building. Papers, a couch, papers, another coffee maker. That makes what, 5 of them? Some more empty mugs, and a sink to wash them. Now if we come over here, we have 1 cubicle, 2 cubicles, 3 cubicles, 4 cubicles, all of which look incredibly depressing. And then we have a vending machine that I'm sure once would have been very popular with the employees. Now is covered in papers. Also, there's a bit of a fire hazard here with that electrical box. Also, I think it's covered, and I don't even think you can access it, so that danger sign's not that helpful. Either way, with that, we've concluded our tour of most of the lower areas, so let's head on to my office, which is very unfinished. So we head this way, and let's check out this. So, remember how I said there was something over here? It's a smaller access that goes into the secretary's desk. And, you know, this just goes here. It's unfinished again, but it's alright. Now to get into my office, you just open up this door, and it has a beautiful view out of the mini city. No lights because it's not done. And this really cool desk, which I can slide. That's right, I can slide. And I can go up. But that's a feature for later. Some chairs here if there's somebody meeting, some cool banners, but it's overall a very unfinished room. But a great view of the mini city, though. So, this will be, expect this to be fleshed out in the coming episodes. But there's one last feature we haven't taken a look at. There is a roof here. This switch will allow us to get, there's probably a couple other features. Wow, I've summed this up in like 14 minutes, but this thing took forever to make. Like, seriously, I cannot stress this enough. This thing was really tedious to make. Really tedious. Alright, there we go. So there's that, and then, yeah, I think we finally checked out the entirety of the building. So next up, I'll probably be building the laundromat. I'll be checking out a few community submissions, maybe showing off some stuff I've made in between episodes. You know, traditional mini-city stuff. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say. I don't believe so. And stupid OBS at 14.1% CPU utilization again. If anybody has a solution for this, please tell me. I'm using OBS 27.2.4, and oh, I guess I have to go now, so, bye! No, I'm joking. The last part there was to try to make it like I was being dragged off stage. Set off. Away from my desk. But no. Alright, well, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye!